All right, so my name is Jose Santillan. I'm just here to jam out with you guys, really, and I guess go through a musical journey or whatever. But it's not that big, and it's usually gonna last about like what 15 minutes or so. And I'm from Mexico. I wasn't born here. I'm from a town off of Guadalajara, Mexico. Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. So that's on the west coast, you can say, in Mexico. But anyways, yeah, and I'm just here with the bass. I wanted to play with my own, but there were some technical difficulties. So yeah, and I'm just gonna start off with what I guess the triad, major triad, you could say, and then I'm just gonna head from there. All right. So in music, there's of course scales, right? And it's really different on the guitar, because especially on a bass guitar, because it's more, everything is connected with one another. So what you're playing right now is what you would play in any musical genre, really. So it's just really special to feel the note of another song. I don't know, I can't really explain it that well, but yeah. And usually you got I don't know what the scale is called, but is like this. Right? So from there, various artists, and well, I wouldn't say artists really, but I guess music kind of evolved into branches. So then you have triads, which is basically 3 notes, and it's just a part of that scale. So one of it is like this. And of course you can replicate that same pattern all throughout the fretboard. So I could be going like this, and one side, right? And it all just kind of connects with one another to sound satisfying, you could say, to the ear, right? So you got this, and I just want to start off with a Spanish Latin type of style. All right, so this European Spanish scale, yeah, usually it's like this. Right? And in there, you can actually put the triad, like I was saying. So it's and with a little rhythm to it, it sounds really dope. So it's
yeah.
right.
I like that.
And the traditional European Spanish style is like this.
Yeah.
And you can see at the end that I added basically the triads. But yeah, from the triads you can there's a lot of variations. There's a lot of branches, especially with Latin music, and of course there are some as well with blues. So it'll be like that's basically the triad right there. Right? And everything is connected in one way or another. But and then on the second thing, I want to touch on reggae as well, because a lot of people don't know that it's the reason why reggae is so well known. It's because of the simplicity to it from the bass lines. It's really just the triads with different combinations, different tastes, I guess, from various artists.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes like this. triads, and they're all in scales really. And another one is more Latin, I guess, more Mexican really.
Yeah.
And it's called Cumbia.
Okay.
And it's just basically adding a different rhythm to the triad. That's basically all it is for different musical genres. So it'll be like this for Cumbia. Wait, hang on. And as you can see, I'm actually just playing the triad in a different rhythm.
Right.
And then it evolves right there. It evolves to the I put a little Spanish taste.
Right.
But yeah, and another one is if you just want to jam out, like in a jamming session, and I just have a couple of a drum backing track, which is kind of like a funky groove. It's really malleable, right?
Right.
To the artist. So yeah, I'm gonna play this track, and I'm just gonna groove with it.
Okay. That's nice.
Yeah.
Had me grooving back here, man.
And I mean, of course, it sounds better with a lot of instruments because that's what the bass guitar does.
Right.
It's just a foundational instrument for every instrument, really.
Right.
And the reason why it was purely just drums was because there's a special relationship with the bass player and the drum player. Because a bass guitar is actually really percussive, as well as a drum set. So it can be percussive like slapping, and it's one of the techniques to a bass guitar, which is a little bit of what I did. So it's just that.
Right.
And another one is just hitting the strings like that. So one example is "Stand By Me." So the one that goes like this.
Oh yeah.
All right. So with a little bit of a percussive tone into it, it sounds better.
Yeah.
Right.
I like that.
And of course, with the acoustic guitar, well, acoustic bass guitar, I can actually hit the bass. Well, not the bass, but yeah, the body of it.
Right.
And it's just another percussive element into it.
Right.
But yeah, and all in all, really, it all just goes down to the foundation of scales of the guitar.
Right.
And lots of different places in the world have incorporated that scale into their culture. So It's just whether it's just adding a different rhythm or different different tone, different speed even, because reggae is more slow.
Right.
Whether and contrast to that to reggae, you got European Spanish where it's more fast, right?
Yeah.
But it's still hitting the same scale and the same notes, and yeah.
That's awesome, man. Can you give us a little something on the way out? First of all, before we go, tell them how long you've been playing and how did you learn to play the bass?
Yeah, so I played the bass guitar for like about 2 years, 3 years, around there.
Okay.
And when I first picked up the instrument, I actually learned with electric guitar.
Okay.
Just messing with the E string.
Right.
And later I learned that I wasn't gonna play the electric guitar because it was just too complicated for me.
Right.
So I got a bass, and I started just messing with the notes or whatever, And later, I looked. I learned songs, famous songs, basic songs for beginners, I guess, on YouTube.
Right.
But with those songs came my own taste, and I developed it through those years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you self-taught yourself by looking at YouTube tutorials and things like that. So that's something to encourage viewers at home that are watching on anybody who's aspiring to learn an instrument, whether it be a rhythm section instrument, drum set, piano, guitar, or it may be a wind instrument. There's a lot of resources online on YouTube. And I think you did an outstanding job, man, especially only having a few years experience and self-teaching yourself. No. Give us something that you think represents you that you like to play as we exit out.
Yeah, sure. And kicking back to the Spanish scale. So I started playing with chords as you would do with a guitar.
Right.
Which is not really common for a bass guitar just to strum the bass guitar like that. You would just hear it in the normal guitar, right?
Right.
But what I'm doing right now is just touching the Spanish scale. So it's like that.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm gonna hit it. Used to this guitar, so it's kind of sloppy, but I normally play with that one.
Right.
And it sounds more, the sound sounds more richer, I guess.
Right.
More homey.
But I think you did an excellent job, man. Yeah. For the viewers at home that don't know, he's have to use a substitute instrument. So the one he's playing right now is actually not his. It belongs to the music department. And so he just had to go out in the back in storage and grab that at the last minute. So it's kind of like driving another person's vehicle that you're not familiar with yet, but he's become real familiar with it the last hour. So we want to give him a virtual round of applause for those that are at home. But what we're going to do is we're going to have him back for a part 2 coming up very soon in the future, where we'll perhaps add vocals to it, whether it be rapping or we add an instrumental ensemble to it, maybe a trumpet or a drum set or something of that sort. So be looking for some announcements in the upcoming days and weeks on part 2. Again, say your name and where you're from for the viewers at home as we exit out.
All right. My name is Jose Santillan. I'm from Ameca, Jalisco, which is a town off of Guadalajara. And just in case if you guys have heard about that city, which is one of the capital cities in Mexico.
Right.
It's located right off the west coast of Mexico, and that's where I'm from.
Hey man, y'all YouTube it, man. Check it out. Check out a lot of the music from that area, man. It'll be good to expand your musical horizons. Once again, thank you, Jose, and we'll see you all next week for Music Mondays.